This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome to the gymnasium on the campus of North Thurston High School in Lacey, Washington for the second round of the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Girls Basketball Tournament on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. I'm Diedrich Allen, and you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show. Tonight, the Shelton Highclimbers take on the North Thurston Rams in a consolation bracket game, and we're glad to have you along. In the first round of the tournament Wednesday night, Shelton lost at Kelso 68-55, while North Thurston fell at Bethel 73-31. The Climbers now have a 14-7 record, while the Rams are 10-11. Both teams are from the South Sound Conference, and Shelton has won the last 5 games against North Thurston, including 2 games during the regular season, 66-49 on December 8th and 57-45 on January 17th. Tonight's winner will play Monday, while the loser's season will be over. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, we talk with Shelton coach Aaron Leth. It's the second round of the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Girls Basketball Tournament. The Shelton Highclimbers at the North Thurston Rams, next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, Maple Glen Senior Living, State Farm Agent Melanie Bacala, Electro Delights, Mason County PUD number 3, and Windermere Shelton Real Estate.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong,
What a day!
but also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
It's hard to improve on this recipe. Take 2 parts hydrogen, add 1 part oxygen. Throw in a little gravity, and you've got the simple ingredients that provide shipping, irrigation, recreation, and the renewable energy backbone of the Pacific Northwest. Way to go, H2O.
Ready for a swift kick of energy? Try Electro Delights Citrus Bars, formulated by mad scientists to give you boosts of superb human energy while replacing what your body loses during exercise, preventing painful muscle cramps, and revitalizing your body and mind. Each Electro Delights bar is all natural, caffeine-free, gluten-free, vegan, and packed with electrolytes. Based on a traditional Turkish delight candy recipe, they're delicious with only 55 calories. For more information and to order Electro Delights, check out electrodelights.com.
Well, welcome back to North Thurston High School. Diedrich Allen across from the scorer's table at the top of the stands. And we are supposed to have a interview with Coach Leth, but he was unavailable when I tried to get him about 10 minutes ago. He's out there now. Just wanted to talk to him about that loss in Kelso. Not the greatest officiating job, I would say. Plus, just had a young lady just go off. 25 points, 6 three-pointers, career high from what I was told. And, yeah, they tried to contain her, and Highclimbers, they put on or did a good job, but just not enough. Plus, you can't win a ball game when you are turning the ball over 20-plus times in a game. I had 21 in my broadcast. The radio station that was broadcasting the game in Kelso had 25. So that's something that I'm sure the Highclimbers would like to clean up in this game against North Thurston. They've beaten North Thurston twice, as I mentioned, in the Open, in the regular season. Can't overlook anybody. This is going to be quite a battle, I'm sure, especially when you have a district game. Supposedly a neutral site, but it just happens to be the home of the Rams, as you see across the table, on the table across the court. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back with starting lineups and more of the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Windermere Shelton Real Estate puts relationships before sales quotas. Homegrown in Mason County, family-owned and operated, Windermere Shelton Real Estate is committed to providing quality real estate services with an emphasis on clients and community. The team at Windermere Shelton Real Estate is delighted to volunteer and sponsor incredible events like Oyster Fest, Windermere Community Service Day, and the annual Mother's Day Dash. Windermere Shelton Real Estate, proudly serving Mason County since 1964.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
Web TV, powered by HCC, is Mason County's only source for live broadcasts of Shelton basketball in the district tournament. Tomorrow, the Shelton boys continue their playoff run with a consolation game against Lakes at Rogers High School in Puyallup. Tip-off is at noon. That's round 2 of the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Boys Basketball Tournament. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Lakes Lancers tomorrow at noon, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. And we're back here at North Thurston High School. Time for the starting lineups. We'll start out with the Highclimbers. They are the visiting team. They'll be in their road black uniforms. There has been a change in the lineup, and I didn't get to my graphic. So you know what we're going to do? Let's take another timeout. We'll be back with the change in the lineup. Well, I'm going to just give it to you. I don't really have time to redo it. Taya Gooley will be getting the start, along with Katie Johnson, Jasmine Griffin, Kayla Garens, and Lexi Moon. A little change, different than what you see on your screen. For the Rams, Brooklyn Harn, Rocky Brown, Jacqueline Reed, Aurora Goodwin, and Quinlan Christian. That's the starting 5 for both teams. So we'll get the announcements officially here, and we'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Growing industries in Mason County flow through the Port of Shelton. Whether it be the Sanderson Field Business Park, the Johns Prairie Industrial Complex, or Oakland Bay Marina, our region is seeing a diverse array of products and employment opportunities, bringing prosperity to the people in our communities. The Port of Shelton, promoting economic growth since 1948.
Ready for a swift kick of energy? Try Electro Delight Citrus Bars, formulated by mad scientists to give you boosts of superb human energy while replacing what your body loses during exercise, preventing painful muscle cramps, and revitalizing your body and mind. Each Electro Delights bar is all natural, caffeine-free, gluten-free, vegan, and packed with electrolytes. Based on a traditional Turkish delight candy recipe, they're delicious with only 55 calories. For more information and to order Electro Delights, check out electrodelights.com.
The Shelton basketball teams are in the West Central Southwest District tournaments, and Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is bringing you all the action. From the tip-off to the final buzzer, you can watch every high climber play in the 16-team double elimination tournament. There is still time to show your support for Shelton High School athletics by becoming a broadcast sponsor. Contact Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, right now.
Nearly everything we depend on wields the immense power of electricity. Skyscrapers that hold our commerce, ovens that warm our food, hospital beds that chirp our heartbeats. But they say, with great power comes great responsibility. This bodes well for hydropower, because in the Northwest, it provides 90% of our clean renewable energy and keeps 100% of our air clean.
So we're getting the starting lineups announced here at North Thurston High School. See the flag hanging down there. Taya Gooley being announced. Brooklyn Harn from North Thurston. Let's see, Gooley is a 5'3" sophomore. Harn is a 5'8" junior. Katie Johnson, the senior, getting the starting nod tonight at 5'3". Rocky Brown, 5'8" junior as well.
For Shelton, a 5'6" senior, number 20.
Jasmine Griffin, as you heard, 5'6" senior.
And for the Rams, a 5'6" freshman, number 5, Jackie Ann Reed.
So Jackie Ann Reed getting the starting nod tonight for the Rams, 5'6" freshman. Kayla Garens, a 5'11" senior post player, made announced here. And we have Aurora Goodwin, 5'8" junior. And wrapping up the starting lineup, you have Lexi Moon at 5'9", she's a junior, and Quinlan Christian, a 5'7" senior. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back with the tip-off.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KeepTheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Waiting for the tip-off here in North Thurston High School between the Shelton Highclimbers and the North Thurston Rams. Second round consolation bracket loser out game between two South Sound Conference teams here in the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District tournament. So Griffin will get in the center court with Brooklyn Harn. Get ready to get this thing underway. Again, the Highclimbers are in the black. Rams are in the white. The ball's tipped up and won by the Rams. Harn will bring it across the timeline. And we're underway. That's Brown with the ball up top. Nice find down low, but Reed having trouble handling it. She'll dribble around and drive right back out. Kick it out to Harn. Harn drives to the side of the paint, kick it back out. And a loose ball there, nearly a turnover. 10 on the shot clock for Reed. Reed top of the key, swing it over to Harn. Harn got to go to work with 5 on the shot clock now. On the baseline, jumper, Christian off. Shot clock violation as that will go over to the Highclimbers. Katie Johnson will bring it out. I'll bring it in actually to Taya Gooley. Back to Katie. And then, well, threw it away. That's the first turnover. Again, we talked about that in the open. Need to clean up that turnovers. They had too many of them in the last game. Ram ball up top to Christian. Over to the far side, that's Brown. Brown in trouble. Finds Reed. Reed gets it in the middle. Shot in the paint by Christian is off, and the rebound goes to Taya Gooley. Here come the Highclimbers. See if they can keep control of the ball. Katie Johnson near side. Dribble up top to set the play. Over to Gooley. Taya to the three-point arc to Jasmine Griffin in the corner. Trying to drive baseline, cut off. Well, actually goes down to Lexi Moon, and a steal by Christian. And here come the Rams. Oops, overshot it. Up top to Harn. Harn dribbles to the near side, lobs it down the baseline. That's Brown. Out it goes. Quick passes. Christian with it. Goes side of the paint, puts it up. Misses a shot, but draws the foul on Shelton. Now they go on Lexi Moon, her first. It's at the free throw line. It's Quinlan Christian. We have no score. 6:28 to go in the first. There's her first point. And welcome everybody tuning us in here. A little early, an hour earlier than normal. Second free throw up and in for Christian. 2-0. North Thurston on top early. Here's Katie Johnson with the ball. Bringing it across the middle of the court. Over to Taya Gooley. Back to Johnson. Working to the far side. Draws a double team. Bounce it to Gooley. Taya, one dribble back to Johnson. Looking low, finds Griffin on the baseline. She lost the handle of the ball, and it's picked up by the Rams. Harn. Up to Brown for three. That's off the back of the iron. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin speeding up the court. Going to attack and ends up traveling. Nope, jump ball. That's a break for the Highclimbers. That looked like Jazz is having just a little bit off in her timing here. But it'll be baseline inbounds for Shelton. Right of the backboard. Johnson will trigger the play. Lob it up top to Gooley. Back to Johnson, the far corner. She'll eye the hoop for three. That's short. Rebound. Gooley. Taya will bring it around and have it slapped out of her hands. Gets it back over to Johnson. High post feed to Kayla Garens. Pull up jumper just inside the free throw line. Missed it, and rebound goes to Christian. Out to Brown. Brown to the three-point arc. Turned around. And up to Harn. Harn at the top of the key. Near side now. That's Reed. Reed drives the foul line. Double dribbled. And that's first turnover on the Rams. So 2-0. 5:23 to go here in the first quarter. One turnover on North Thurston. 3 on Shelton early. Different look in the starting lineup if you're just joining us. Katie Johnson, Taya Gooley, Kayla Garens, Jasmine Griffin, and Alexi Moon. Griffin with the ball on the baseline. Near the corner, needs some help. Bounce it up to Gooley. Gooley up top now to Johnson. Throws it over to Griffin near side beyond the three-point arc. Spins baseline. Hooks in the middle to Garens. Garens missed the shot. Rebound by Griffin up and in, tying the ball game. First basket for Jazz, and for the team for that matter. Harn will bring it up for North Thurston. Going to drive to the hoop and he's going to hook it out. Ball's deflected and goes to Reed. Reed drives baseline, cut off by Gooley. One hands it to Brown. Brown back and forth to the foul line into the paint, kick it to the baseline. That's Goodwin. Up top, three on the way at the top. And in, nothing but net by Harn. That's Brooklyn Harn. 3-point lead for North Thurston. Shelton with the ball. Katie Johnson overhead. Over to Taya Gooley, looking it over. Down to the baseline, and Griffin. Griffin draws a double team out of the zone. Tried to step out of it, then drives baseline. One hands, it's knocked out of bounds by the hands of the Rams. Baseline inbounds. Left of the backboard this time. Katie Johnson triggering the play. Gooley and Griffin are in the boxes near the baseline. Inbounds goes to Gooley, back to Johnson. Johnson dribbles to the elbow, throws it up top to Gooley. Gooley top of the key, over to Griffin. Griffin down to Moon. Lexi, turnaround hook, comes up short, but she drew the foul. That's the first whistle on North Thurston. And that will go on Aurora Goodwin. Lexi Moon at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Nope, missed the first one. She'll get another one. Second free throw goes in for Lexi, and it's a 2-point lead for North Thurston. The Rams have the ball. Harn pushes it up to Brown. Brown cross court to Reed. Reed back to Harn. To Brown, into the paint, back out. 3 on the way by Harn at the top. Nope, rebound, tracked down, saved in bounds to Christian. Christian goes to work, misses a shot, rebound again. Nice shuffle pass to Harn. She draws the foul on Shelton. 2 offensive rebounds for the Rams. Lexi Moon picked up her second personal. You've got Timber Ware and Kylan Powell going to be checking in as Brooklyn Harn just nailed the first of 2 free throws. So Gooley and Moon will sit down. And who do we have? Courtney Kerbaugh is in there for North Thurston. Second free throw by Harn goes in. Give her 5 points. Biggest lead of the night so far for either team. Ware with it far side. One dribble to Powell. Lost the ball. Ball's free and another turnover. And there goes Brown. Turned around. Finds Harn. Over to Reed. Reed down alone to the basket and blowing the rebound. The layup was Brown. Goes out of bounds off of the Rams. It'll be Highclimber ball. So your Highclimber lineup: Katie Johnson, Jasmine Griffin, Timber Ware, Kayla Gerens, and Kylan Powell. Kylan driving baseline and dribbles it off her foot. Nope, they're going to say it goes off of a Ram player. It'll stay with the Highclimbers. Baseline inbounds, right of the backboard. Johnson looks it in to Ware, gets it right back in the corner. Throws it up top to Ware. Back over to Katie Johnson. Down to Kayla Gerens, drives in the middle, turned around. Out she goes, 3 on the way to Johnson. That's off, rebound pulled down by Christian. Out to Reed. Reed to the 3-point arc, far side. Up to Harn, top of the key for 3, yes! 2 threes in the quarter, and that's a 7-point lead. 30-second timeout called. We'll be right back.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong.
What a day!
But also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. They trail by 7 early, 2:37 to go first quarter. Brooklyn Harn has hit two three balls and hit 2 free throws. And that is more than the difference in the ball game right now. Jasmine Griffin with the ball beyond the 3-point arc. Finds Kylan Powell down to Kayla Gerens. Gerens put it up short but drew the foul on North Thurston. Courtney Kerbaugh, I'll call with her first and second team foul for North Thurston. Kayla Gerens at the line for 2 free throws. Missed the first one, she'll get another one. Highclimbers getting to the free throw line early. That's something they didn't do against Kelso. Could argue that it was because of the referees. Second free throw goes in for Kayla. Okay, Gerens. Oh boy. And here comes Harn the other way. There's Reed. Reed on the dribble penetration. Ball slapped out of the hands, and then, Timber Ware went down on a nice little clothesline, but the foul was already called on the Highclimbers. I'll go on Timber, that's her first. So it's a baseline inbounds for North Thurston. Left of the backboard. Harn inbounds it to Christian, threw it in the middle and picked off by the Highclimbers. Here comes Katie Johnson. Dribbles across midcourt, sets the play, lobs it to Timber Ware. That's deflected. That should be black ball. Referee's right on top of that one. So the Highclimbers keep possession into Garen's. Back to Powell. Up top, Katie Johnson all day, but she missed it. Rebound, Harn. Harn's pass up the court goes out of bounds, out of reach for Brown, and that'll be 3 turnovers on the Rams. Katie Johnson had to go into the lobby to get that ball. It's a door right there, leads out almost to the outside. Highclimbers trailing by 6 at this point. Over to Timber Ware. To Kylan Powell, back to Ware. Ware fakes a 3, drives to the side of the paint in the elbow, missed the shot, rebound. Garen's had it, but lost it to Kerbaugh. Kerbaugh goes to the floor, that's a travel. And that'll be 4 turnovers on the Rams. It'll be baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. 1:33 to go, first quarter, 10-4. North Thurston on top, Shelton with the ball. Johnson inbounds it to Kayla Garen's, puts it up, missed the shot, rebound pulled down by the Rams. Christian, she'll get it to Harn, slowing the pace down, leading by 6 with 1:20 to go here in the quarter. Over it goes to Brown, out it goes to Reed. Back to Harn, foul line right to the paint, runner, off the glass and in. Timber Ware back to Katie Johnson. Now high post feed to Kaylee, I'm sorry, that's Powell. She'll just turn around and put it in. Here comes Reed bringing the ball up. Deflected, but Shelton maintains, I'm sorry, the North Thurston maintains possession. Here is Harn losing the handle out of bounds. And you're starting to see a little bit more pressure defense from the Highclimbers, trailing by 6 with 38.6 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Katie Johnson, center of the court. Timber Ware for 3. No. Rebound, Jasmine Griffin. Finds Powell down to Garen's. Garen's off the glass and in. Kayla with 3 points, and the lead's now 4 for North Thurston. Here's Reed just inside the front court circle. Dribbles over to the far side. Got a mismatch. It's going to go to the baseline. Try to shuffle it to Brown. It's knocked out of bounds by the Highclimbers. It'll be North Thurston ball. Looks like we have a late arriving crowd here tonight. Baseline inbounds for North Thurston. Brown will trigger the play and an offensive foul away from the ball. That'll go on Brooklyn Harn, her first, 3rd team foul, and the 6th turnover on North Thurston. Kind of a lackadaisical start for the Highclimbers so far, but they're starting to bring up their intensity. Johnson gets it over to Ware. Timber back to Johnson, over to Griffin. Griffin, 3 on the way. It's off at the buzzer. But after 1, North Thurston 12. Shelton 8. We'll be right back.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Life happens fast. New beginnings, new memories, a new chapter. As a Windermere agent, I've learned that it's more than finding a house that works. It's about finding a home that fits. And until the next chapter, I'm grateful to have the Williams family as part of my story.
North Thurston will start out the second quarter with the ball. Brown will inbounds it into backcourt to Reed, and she'll get it to Harn. Harn guarded by Griffin. High post feed stolen away by Powell. Kylan to Griffin. Griffin scoops and scores. It's off the turnover, that's right. Okay. Here comes Harn. To the foul line, bounces to the baseline. There's Reed. No, it's Brown trying to with a reverse layup. She gets it in there somehow with her first basket. Here comes Katie Johnson, center of the court. Over to Griffin, back to Johnson. Johnson to Gerens, out to Ware. Ware fakes the three, drives to the side of the paint, and try to hook a pass down to, well, I guess it was Griffin, and that'll be a foul on Ware. And that's the fifth turnover on Shelton. Inbounds. Goes to Reed and right back to Harn. Harn guarded again by Griffin. Over to Brown. Brown goes to work, drives baseline. Nice defense by Katie Johnson, but she did pick up her first personal foul. Fifth team foul on Shelton. Rocky Brown at the free throw line for North Thurston. Her first trip to the free throw line. 7:04 to go here, second quarter, 14-10 now. She gets the first one. Jordan Peterson stepped onto the court for Shelton, replacing Timber Ware with her two personal fouls. Second free throw off by Brown. Rebound Gerens to Peterson. Peterson up the far sideline to three-point arc. Back to Gerens, out to Griffin. Griffin into the corner to Peterson. Jordan with the ball, dribbles out to the elbow. Side of the paint to Powell. Powell, long jumper, goes in for Kylan. 4 points. Pulls the Highclimbers within three. Approaching 6:40 to go here in the half. Harn tried to get a pass down low. Ball is free. Powell with the rebound, or the recovery. Here comes Katie Johnson. Tried to bounce it to Griffin, off her hands. Not quite into her hands. So turnover is the case here. So I have 6 on Shelton and 8 on North Thurston. 3-point lead for the Rams. They have the ball. Harn inbounds it to Reed in the corner. Nearly stolen away. Still in backcourt. That's Brown with it. Johnson ripped it away, and they're called a foul. I think that's going to go on Brown. Yes, it is. It's on Brown. That'll be her first fourth-team foul, Shelton ball. And yet another turnover. Baseline inbounds will be to the left of the backboard for the Highclimbers. They're in the four corners of the key. Johnson looking it in. Finds Gerens. Gerens off the glass. No. Rebound. Pulled away by Goodwin. She'll get it to Harn. Here come the Rams. Near side to Reed. Back to Harn, driving baseline, gets a little help, jumper off. Rebound goes to Peterson. Jordan speeds up the far sideline. Gonna go to the baseline, bounce it to Powell. Out to Johnson. Johnson over to Peterson. Peterson fakes the three, bounces it down to Kayla Gerens. Out to Powell. Powell drive baseline. Hook it to the middle, and that's Gerens. Took some steps, but no whistle. Missed the shot, got her own rebound. Out to Johnson for three. No. Rebound goes to Gerens in traffic, and then we have a travel on Gerens, so it will be Ram ball. 5:40 to go, second quarter. 3-point lead for the Rams, and timeout has been called. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is Mason County's only source for live broadcasts of Shelton basketball in the district tournament. Tomorrow, the Shelton boys continue their playoff run with a consolation game against Lakes at Rogers High School in Puyallup. Tip-off is at noon. That's round 2 of the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Boys Basketball Tournament. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Lakes Lancers tomorrow at noon, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
North Thurston ball coming out of the timeout. It'll be a one-woman press. Jasmine Griffin will just actually deny Brooklyn Harn the ball. Reed will bring it across. She has the ball top of the key. Over to Goodwin. To Harn now. Harn driving to the foul line, trying to get by Griffin. Goes right to the hoop, forces one up, missed the shot, and somehow they're going to get a foul on one of three high climbers there. It'll probably go on Jazz. Let's see. No, but it goes on Katie Johnson. That'll be her second. Sixth team foul. Brooklyn Harn at the free throw line. She's 2 for 2. Has 3 for 3. She has 11 points now. Second free throw goes in. Lead back up to 5. Here comes Jasmine Griffin. Griffin to the top of the key to Powell. Powell, lob it down to Cairns. Back to Powell. A little low on the pass, is tied up. Jump ball call. That stays with the Highclimbers. 5:14 to go in the half. 5-point lead for North Thurston. Shelton with the ball. Baseline inbounds. Right of the backboard. Johnson will trigger the play. Inbounds to Griffin. Had to save it, but threw it right into the hands of Brown. Rocky up the far sidelines. Turns around, sets the offense for North Thurston. Up top goes to Christian. Christian over to Harn. Back to Christian. And a reaching foul on Powell. That'll put the Highclimbers over the limit, 7. 5-point lead now for North Thurston. And Quinlan Christian at the free throw line, 2 for 2, has 2 points. First one is off, actually it's 1 and 1, pardon me. Rebound goes to Garens, and now here comes Griffin. Griffin, nice lane, speeds past everybody, puts it up and in. Harn will bring it up, shadowed by Griffin. Hands it off to Brown. Brown to the paint. Lost the handle of the ball. Garens had it. Pulls it up, and they're going to call what it? They're going to call a timeout on the Highclimbers. Okay, good call. 3-point lead. 4.5 minutes to go here in the half. We'll be right back.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. Waiting for the Rams to come out of their huddle. And we're underway. Katie Johnson brings it up. Over to Peterson, Jordan, back to Johnson. Over to Chaz. Griffin looking at the baseline, lob it over the defense, knocked out of bounds by Harn. Stays with Shelton. Baseline inbounds. Left of the backboard. Again, the four corners of the key are the Highclimbers. Johnson with the inbounds. Throws it into Garens. Ball knocked away. Stolen. Harn with it. In backcourt for North Thurston. That's Reed. Drives the foul line. Drives right to the bucket. Blocked and stolen away by Garens. Here comes Johnson. Bounce it over near side. Peterson down to Garens. Back to Peterson. Knocked away. Stolen away by the Rams. And then a foul's called. Kayla Garen's is called with the personal foul and the 8th team foul. That's Kayla's first. Deshea Littleson will step onto the court. Garen's will sit down. 3:49 to go, second quarter. 3-point lead for the Rams. And Goodwin's at the line for the first of a 1-and-1. Off the glass, Banks open late tonight. She'll get another one. This lead up to 4. Rams have led by as many as 7 in this ball game. Second free throw goes in, nothing but net. Give Aurora 2 points. Peterson gets the inbounds, brings it across, finds Griffin. Griffin up top. One-hand lob over the head of Johnson. I have 10 turnovers on Shelton. Both teams not playing the cleanest game. Both have 10 turnovers so far. Brooklyn Harn with the ball for North Thurston to Reed. Reed looked for a screen. Drive side of the paint to the baseline, hooks in the middle, but the ball poked free. Kylan Powell had it for a brief second, tied up, and that will be Rams ball. Courtney Kerbaugh back in the ball game for North Thurston. And Goodwin will sit down. It'll be baseline inbounds for the Rams. Harn gets it in to Christian. Try to get the ball back down. Kerbaugh had it. Out it goes to Reed. Now to Christian. To Harn. Harn drives, puts it up. Missed the shot. Rebound Jasmine Griffin in traffic. She's fouled by North Thurston.
Thurston fouls on Kerbaugh. That's her second.
Courtney Kerbaugh picked up her second personal. Highclimber ball, trailing by 5. 3:09 to go here in the half. Johnson over the far side to Peterson, gets it right back. Now to Griffin. Griffin looking low. Back to Johnson, to Griffin. Into the corner now. It's Powell. Powell out to Peterson. Peterson fakes the 3 drives. Hooks the pass down to the baseline. Stolen away. No, it wasn't stolen away. It was actually, well, it was stolen away, but Kerbaugh never had possession and rolled on the floor. That's stays with the Highclimbers. 2:47 to go in the half. 5-point lead for North Thurston. Shelton has the ball. Katie Johnson inbounds it from the baseline. Inbounds right to Kylan Powell. Puts it up and in. 5 points for Kylan. 3-point lead for North Thurston. Brooklyn Harn brings it across the timeline, hands it off to Reed. Reed between the circles now, trying to find a lane. Throws it right to the hands of Jordan Peterson as a 2-on-1. Jordan's going to take it to the hole. Scoops, misses. Katie Johnson with the rebound. Hands it off to Griffin. She'll put it up and in and draws a foul. Brown just picked up her second personal. Timberware checks in. She'll get Katie Johnson. And Jasmine Griffin has an opportunity for a 3-point play. Has 8 points tonight to lead the Highclimbers. Look at 9. And it's a tie ball game. Inbounds goes to Brown. Brown is going to bring it up unguarded. Going to go crossing midcourt, finds Harn. Harn over to Reed. I'm sorry, that's Brown. Brown trying to drive. She's going to draw a hand check foul on Jordan Peterson, her first. It's the 9th team foul on Shelton. Brown back at the free throw line. She's 1 for 2. Make it 1 for 3. Rebound goes to Kylan Powell. Gets up to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin lost the handle of the ball, but Brown was out of bounds when she stole it away. So it stays with the Highclimbers. Powell will inbounds it below us here. Gets it into Griffin. Griffin high post feed to Littleson. Gives it right back in a steal by Brown. Brown's going to go to the basket and miss the shot. Rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin quickly up the court. Knocked out of bounds by Christian. stays with the Highclimbers. 1:47 to go in the half, 19 all. Peterson inbounds it, finds Powell, gets the ball back, shoots a three. Misses it. DeShea Littleson blocked, got it right back, put it back up again, missed it again. Griffin had it, her putback doesn't fall. That rebound goes to Peterson, back to Griffin. Griffin fadeaway doesn't fall, and the rebound goes to Christian for North Thurston. She'll get it to Harn. Brooklyn with it between the circles. Throws it over near side to Brown. Brown a couple of dribbles, hands it off to Christian. Christian to the foul line. Kick it up top. And a travel has been called, and that will be 11 turnovers on North Thurston. Katie Johnson up off the Highclimber bench to get Jasmine Griffin. She is just gassed here late in the season. Working hard, trying to get in the job of trying to stop the leading scorer of the other team the last two ball games. Most ball games, actually. Jordan Peterson with the ball near side. High post feed to DeShea Littleson to the baseline. Kylan Powell. Lob it up top to Johnson. Over to Peterson. Peterson to DeShea. DeShea turns at the foul line elbow. Nothing there. She'll find cutting Johnson. Johnson puts it up and in the foul. Katie's first basket. She only had a point in the game against Kelso on Wednesday. Breaks the tie. And Reed picked up her first, making it 7th team foul. And Katie Johnson's at the free throw line for a possible three-point play. And she misses a free throw, but the rebound goes to the floor. Kerbaugh gets it to Christian. Christian to Reed. Reed up to Brown. Brown puts it up. Missed the layup. Got her own rebound. Double team trying to make a move to the hoop. And she's fouled. And I think they're going to get Timber Ware. And if so, that's her third. Yep, they do. That's 3 on Timber. And a double bonus for the Rams. Brown missed the first one. Should get another one, though. Tea Gooley will be back in the ball game, replacing Timber Ware. And the second one goes off. Rebound. Powell on the sidelines. Nice little move there to avoid the defense. Over it goes to Gooley. To Littleson. Littleson for 3. Yes! Big D, get it in there. And the Highclimbers are now up 5. Christian has it on the inbounds. Walks across midcourt, leaves it for Harn. Brooklyn goes to work, drives side of the paint to the hoop, hacked and fouled. And to the line will be Brooklyn Harn. And Jordan Peterson picked up her second personal. And Brooklyn Harn misses the first free throw. She'll get another one. She's 4 for 5 at the free throw line tonight. 17.5 seconds to go here in the half. 5-point lead now for the Highclimbers. Second free throw by North Thurston's Harn dropped in. That makes it a 4-point lead. Powell gets it to Gooley, to DeShea Littleson. Over to Johnson. Johnson for 3. Nope. Rebound. Kerbaugh hands it off to Harn. Quickly up to Christian. Christian to the basket. Puts it up and in at the buzzer. So it's a 2-point lead for Shelton after the first half. They trail by as many as 7. They fought their way back and led by 5. We'll be right back with the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show in just a moment as Highclimbers have a 2-point lead at the half.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up!
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong.
What a day!
But also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
It's hard to improve on this recipe. Take 2 parts hydrogen, add 1 part oxygen. Throw in a little gravity, and you've got the simple ingredients that provide shipping, irrigation, recreation, and the renewable energy backbone of the Pacific Northwest. Way to go, H2O.
And we're back here at North Thurston High School. Halftime score, Shelton 24, North Thurston 22. The Rams came out and they actually led by as many as 7 points in the first quarter. And the Highclimbers managed to fight their way back. The Highclimbers only had 8 points in the first and were down by 4 after the first quarter. The Shelton's being led by Jasmine Griffin's 9 points. We have 5 for Kayla Garens, 4 for Kylan Powell, 3 for Deshea Littleson, basket for Katie Johnson, and a free throw for Lexi Moon. For North Thurston, they're being led by Brooklyn Harns, 13 points. Quinlan Christian has 4, 3 for Rocky Brown, and 2 free throws for Aurora Goodwin. Turnovers, pretty even, pretty much indicative of what the scoreboard shows. 11 for North Thurston, 10 for Shelton. So still on the pace for 20 turnovers. If things hold as they, if they continue as they are, and you can't win a district game or any game with 20 turnovers. But we'll see what happens in the second half. Maybe one team or the other can start cleaning up their act. But both teams have had some opportunities, second chance opportunities as well. And we will talk more about that when we return. This is the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. I didn't put in my graphic, but we'll be right back. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Ready for a swift kick of energy? Try Electro Delights citrus bars, formulated by mad scientists to give you boosts of superb human energy while replacing what your body loses during exercise, preventing painful muscle cramps, and revitalizing your body and mind. Each Electro Delights bar is all natural, caffeine-free, gluten-free, vegan, and packed with electrolytes. Based on a traditional Turkish delight candy recipe, they're delicious with only 55 calories. For more information and to order Electro Delights, check out electrodelights.com.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Windermere Shelton Real Estate puts relationships before sales quotas. Homegrown in Mason County, family-owned and operated, Windermere Shelton Real Estate is committed to providing quality real estate services with an emphasis on clients and community. The team at Windermere Shelton Real Estate is delighted to volunteer and sponsor incredible events like Oyster Fest, Windermere Community Service Day, and the annual Mother's Day Dash. Windermere Shelton Real Estate, proudly serving Mason County since 1964.
Welcome back here at halftime. North Thurston High School. 24-22. Shelton on top of North Thurston in this 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Girls Basketball Tournament consolation bracket game. Loser goes home. The winner will play the loser between Timberline and Prairie, which is going on right now as well. And that game will be played at Foss High School on Monday. But we have another half of basketball to get to. Also like to remind you that tomorrow the Shelton boys will be in action. They're also in the consolation bracket. They'll be playing Lakes at Rogers High School in Puyallup. If you're unable to make the trip to Puyallup, you can join us here on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll have that game. Tip-off is at noon. The Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show will start at 11:45 tomorrow morning. Early basketball district playoffs for you. It's always an exciting time of the year. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a late arriving crowd. The crowd started to fill in on the far side. Still a little sparse on this side. I'm not exactly unhappy with that because it keeps people away from me up here in the stands. Anyways, halftime score 24-22. Shelton on top of North Thurston. Their players are out there in the warm-ups. We will be back with that third quarter in just a moment. This is the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show, and you are watching the 2018 3A West Central Southwest District Girls Basketball Tournament on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
Growing industries in Mason County flow through the Port of Shelton. Whether it be the Sanderson Field Business Park, the Johns Prairie Industrial Complex, or Oakland Bay Marina, our region is seeing a diverse array of products and employment opportunities, bringing prosperity to the people in our communities. The Port of Shelton, promoting economic growth since 1948.
Ready for a swift kick of energy? Try Electro Delight Citrus Bars, formulated by mad scientists to give you boosts of superb human energy while replacing what your body loses during exercise, preventing painful muscle cramps, and revitalizing your body and mind. Each Electro Delights bar is all natural, caffeine-free, gluten-free, vegan, and packed with electrolytes. Based on a traditional Turkish delight candy recipe, they're delicious with only 55 calories. For more information and to order Electro Delights, check out electrodelights.com.
The Shelton basketball teams are in the West Central Southwest District tournaments, and Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is bringing you all the action. From the tip-off to the final buzzer, you can watch every Highclimber play in the 16-team double elimination tournament. There is still time to show your support for Shelton High School athletics by becoming a broadcast sponsor. Contact Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, right now. Now we had a little, almost a very interesting change there as everybody's lined up in the wrong ends of the floor. Timber Ware with the inbounds, finds Kylan Powell, now to Katie Johnson, over to Jasmine Griffin. Jazz is having some trouble with keeping possessions these days, finds Kayla Guerin. She'll drive to the hoop and put it up and in. 7 points for Kayla, and it's a 4-point lead for Shelton. They have led by 5 in this ball game. That was all in the second quarter. And then there is a foul after somebody hit the deck there. Now kick the ball. So it'll be baseline inbounds for North Thurston. Inbounds, coast to Christian, to Kerbaugh, back to Christian. Christian up to, sorry, who is it? That's Reed. Reed drives baseline, finds Kerbaugh. Kerbaugh, jumper, no. Rebound, Katie Johnson tracks it down. Finds Jasmine Griffin. Griffin speeds across midcourt. Throws it down to Powell. Powell trying to drive baseline on Kerbaugh. Out to Johnson. Johnson down to Griffin over her head, out of bounds. Wow. That'll be 11 turnovers on Shelton. First in the half. But evens the turnovers. Inbounds from the corner in the back court. Harn will get it from Reed. And there's Reed with it, driving baseline. Finds Kerbaugh, but it slips out of her hands. Garens with a recovery, and then Jasmine Griffin loses the handle, but there's a foul on North Thurston. That will go on Brooklyn Harn, her second. So the lineup is, we've got a moment. Kayla Garens, Kylan Powell, Timberware, Katie Johnson, and Jasmine Griffin. That's the Highclimber lineup. They have the ball, leading by 4, 26-22, 6:50 to go here, third quarter. Griffin to the three-point arc, back to Johnson between the circles. Over to Griffin, side of the paint to Powell, down to Griffin, back to Powell, stops and pops and hits. Kylan with 6 points. Like that play, it's just a little bang, bang hit. Harn brings it to the three-point arc, drives to the baseline, tried to scoop it in, and you get Kayla Garens with the foul on that. That'll be 2 on her if it's on her. If it is. First team foul on Shelton in the half. And Brooklyn Harn is at the free throw line, which is 13 points. Did I mention that? 13 points, make it 14 points. And she's only missed 1 free throw in the ball game. Katie Johnson gets the inbounds, throws it over to Griffin. Griffin finds Powell. Powell tied up in the paint. And what do we have? A foul, a little late whistle on that one. That'll be second team foul on North Thurston. And that will go on Kerbaugh, her third. And let's see here, Aurora Goodwin will step on for Kerbaugh. It'll be Highclimber ball, baseline inbounds. Left of the backboard, Johnson will lob it into Ware at the top. Into the far corner to Johnson, and she can't handle that one, that's out of bounds. That's 12 turnovers on Shelton. 6:18 to go, third quarter. 4-point lead for the Highclimbers. North Thurston has the ball. That's Brown with it in backcourt. Big cushion given by Johnson. Up top to Christian, to Harn. Harn drives foul line, stops, hooks it to Christian. Christian trying to go. She took steps but no whistle. Missed the shot. Rebound. The rebound is knocked out of bounds. That'll be baseline inbounds for North Thurston. Some feet shuffling down there on the boxes. Harn will inbounds it. Gets it into Goodwin. Now to Brown. Brown will step near midcourt to set the play. Over to Reed. Reed driving baseline, cut off by Ware. Over to Harn. Harn still guarded by Griffin. Hooks it to pass to Christian. She took steps again, missed the runner. Rebound tapped up by Brown, missed it. Goodwin with the rebound and the putback stripped away. Ball still free, and Jasmine Griffin comes away with it. Here she comes up the far sidelines. Quickly up to Powell. Powell drives baseline, draws a double team, shuffles it in the middle to Garens, missed the shot. Rebound goes to Harn. Her outlet to Brown. Can't handle it. Out of bounds. 13 turnovers on the Rams. It'll be a Highclimber ball at midcourt in their backcourt. Kayla Garens trying to tie her shoe real quickly, or as quickly as possible. Yeah, PA announcer just announced that nobody was watching. Kayla tie her shoe, take her time. It's Powell on the baseline, draws a triple team, puts it up and in. Kylan with 8 points, and the lead is 6 for Shelton, their largest of the night. Harn crosses midcourt. High post feed stolen away by Powell. And Powell thought Griffin was going to go down. She threw it away. And there's Brown with the layup. No. Gerens with the rebound out to Ware. Ware up the far sidelines over to Griffin. Griffin to the baseline, forces one up. Missed the shot. Drew the foul. However, Jazz to the line. She's 1 for 1, has 9 points tonight. Personal foul went to Quinlan Christian, her first, and the third team foul on North Thurston in the third quarter. Griffin with 2 free throws. Got the first one. Should get one more. 4:41 to go, third quarter. 31-24 now. 32-24. That's the largest lead of the night for Shelton. Harn still shadowed pretty much everywhere she goes by Griffin. Gonna go right to the hoop, miss it, but Brown's there to put it up and in, and Brown drew the foul. Katie Johnson just picked up her third personal. Jordan Peterson will go get Katie. And Rocky Brown at the free throw line. Possible three-point play. Missed it. Rebound goes to Kylan Powell. Kylan will bring it up. Lob it to the corner to Ware. Ware for three. No. Kayla Gerens had the rebound, but her toe was on the line. That'll go over to North Thurston. .419 to go here, third quarter. Shelton with the lead, North Thurston with the ball. Brown to Christian. Christian finds Harn. Harn for three. Short. Rebound tapped by Christian, controlled by Peterson. Jordan over to Kylan Powell. Powell, no, looks it to Peterson. Peterson in the corner, hooks it back to Powell. Powell lobs it down to Ware, stolen away by Harn. Harn will get it up to Brown. Brown bounced it to Christian. Christian stripped of the ball, but they're going to call a foul. And Jordan Peterson picked up her third personal, third team foul. And Christian's at the free throw line for 2 free throws. She is 2 for 3 with 4 points, 5 points now. Deshea Littleson will check onto the court, and Taya Gooley will sit down. I'm sorry, Taya Gooley is on the court. Jordan Peterson and Kayla Gerens are sitting down. So it's Littleson, Powell, Griffin, Gooley, and Ware on the court for Shelton. Christian nailed the second free throw for North Thurston, trimming the lead down to 4 for Shelton. Taya Gooley running point over to Jasmine Griffin. Griffin looking for a lane, draws a double team out to Deshea Littleson. Back to Griffin on the baseline, she'll drive baseline. Finds, that is Powell. Missed the shot but drew the foul, so Kylan's at the free throw line. Brown picked up her third personal, and the fourth on North Thurston as a team. So Powell at the line for 2 free throws. Her first trip, missed the first one. She has 8 points. She'll get another free throw. So your lineup for the Rams, you've got Harn, Powell missed the free throw. Griffin with a rebound, back to Powell. Powell mugged, but no whistle on that one. But they're going to give it to the Highclimbers on the baseline. The lineup for the Rams, I was trying to say, it's Harn, Brown, Christian, Goodwin, and Reed. Inbounds is stolen away by Harn. Up to Brown. Brown's going to go to the hole. Puts it up and in, and there's a foul. Personal foul number 4 on Timber Ware. Siraki pulls the Rams within 2. She can pull within 1 on the free throw with 3:28 to go in the third. Molly Delacruz will step on for the first time tonight for Shelton, replacing Ware. So the free throw is in, and it's a 1-point game. Here comes Taya Gooley. Over to Dela Cruz. Back to Gooley, between the circles, over to Dela Cruz, looking for Littleson. Littleson on the box, back out to Dela Cruz. Had the ball knocked out of her hands. She is tied up, and that'll go over to the Rams and goes down as the 15th turnover on Shelton. 1-point lead for the Highclimbers. North Thurston with the ball. There's Rocky Brown, guarded by Taya Gooley. Handed off to Harn in the corner. She'll dribble out. Has Griffin all over. Now to Brown. Brown to Christian. Into the paint. There's Harn to the hoop. Brooklyn with 17 points and a 1-point lead for North Thurston. There's Powell to Dela Cruz. Up to Griffin. Back out to Dela Cruz for three in the corner. No. Rebound pulled down by Christian for North Thurston. Here comes Brown. That's Reed, pardon me. Now there's Harn with it. Just going to drive on Griffin into a double team. Swept away by Deshea Littleson. Center of the court to Powell. Powell has a 2-on-2. Going to take it to the hoop. Stop. Put it up and in. Nice move. Patience. And it is a 1-point lead for Shelton, 34-33. 2:15 to go, third quarter. Harn with the ball for North Thurston. Dribbles to the far side, stops, finds Christian at the top. She'll drive side of the paint, spinning, stopping, and knocked out of her hands. Out to Reed. Reed drives the baseline, cut off by Dela Cruz, then to Christian, and then over to Harn. Into the corner now, there's Brown. 7 on the shot clock. Down in the middle, Dela Cruz with a pick, and her outlet is knocked out of bounds, but it stays with Shelton. 1:51 to go, third quarter, 1-point lead for Shelton. Highclimbers with the ball. Taya Gooley will get it into Jasmine Griffin. Jazz will bring it up, guarded by Brown. Over to Dela Cruz, to Powell in the corner. Shuffles it to Griffin over a double team. Missed it. Powell with a rebound. And then a foul on the floor on North Thurston. That's on Goodwin, her second, and the 15th foul on North Thurston. Shelton baseline inbounds. Dela Cruz got to get it in. Finds Powell cutting the bucket. She puts it up. Missed it. Missed her own rebound, but the ball goes to Griffin, to Deshea Littleson. Long two. No. Rebound pulled down by Griffin again. She loses the handle, pulls it down, throws it to Gooley. Gooley avoids a lunging Brown. Stops, throws over to Dela Cruz, to Deshea Littleson. Littleson going back and down, puts it up, and then a call an offensive foul on Big D. I don't agree with that call. She had position. That'll be the 5th team foul on Shelton and the 16th turnover. 1-point lead for the Highclimbers. North Thurston has the ball. 1:18 to go here in the third quarter. There's Harn with it. Brooklyn trying to get by Jazz. Hands it off to Brown. Brown long two, off the glass and in. North Thurston has a 1-point lead. Here comes Taya Gooley for Shelton. Over to Jasmine Griffin. Back up top to Gooley. Gooley to Deshea Littleson. Trying to pass it to Dela Cruz. She had to go get it. Deshea at the foul line. Push, no whistle. Come on. And then out to Gooley. Gooley with 10 on the shot clock. Long two. In and out. Rebound goes to Harn. Harn gets it up to Brown. Brown handed off to Reed. Reed will set the play with 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Top of the key, gets a screen. Out to Harn. Harn drives baseline. Stops and pops over the backboard. Out of bounds. Highclimber ball. North Thurston with a 1-point lead. 28.4 seconds to go, third quarter. Shelton with the ball. Here comes Jasmine Griffin. Lots of time. One hands it over to Dela Cruz. Off her fingers, got it back. Down to Deshea Littleson. Finds Powell. Down to Griffin. Griffin puts it up. No. Rebound out to Deshea Littleson. Fakes the shot. Drives into the paint. Puts it up. Missed the shot, but drew the foul. Rocky. Let's see. No, that's a Harn. That's Brooklyn Harn with her third personal. DeShea Littleson at the free throw line, missed the first one. She'll get another one. Trying to tie this ball game up. 13.7 seconds to go in the third quarter. Second one off the back of the iron. Rebound to Shea Littleson. Down to the baseline and Powell. Powell out in the corner for three. Oh, no. Rebound pulled down by Christian. Up to Brown. Brown blows by Dela Cruz, lays it off the glass and in at the buzzer almost. And now the North Thurston leads by 3, 37-34. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Nearly everything we depend on wields the immense power of electricity. Skyscrapers that hold our commerce, ovens that warm our food, hospital beds that chirp our heartbeats. But they say, with great power comes great responsibility. This bodes well for hydropower, because in the Northwest, it provides 90% of our clean renewable energy and keeps 100% of our air clean.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KeepTheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
Highclimber ball to start the fourth quarter. Katie Johnson, Jordan Peterson, Lexi Moon, Jasmine Griffin, and Kylan Powell on there. Inbounds to Johnson. Johnson over to Peterson, back up top to Johnson, over to Griffin to Johnson, working around the perimeter on this zone. Powell with the ball in the corner, drives baseline. Forced into a turnover. Christian with the ball. And there is Reed. Reed center of the court. Finds Harn. Harn spinning on Jazz, finds Goodwin. Goodwin out to Christian. Goodwin pass in the middle is picked off by Lexi Moon. And here comes Jordan Peterson for Shelton, trailing by 3. Jordan to the foul line, to the paint, lobs it up there, and the ball's patted around and recovered by Reed. Harn with the ball, loses the handle, out of bounds. That's 17 turnovers on both teams. Kayla Garens will step back onto the court for Shelton. Kylan Powell will sit down. Katie Johnson with the ball over to Jordan Peterson, back to Johnson. High post feed to Garens, draws a double team out to Johnson. Johnson back to Garens. Garens to Griffin in the corner, far side. To Moon. Moon jumper in the paint, drops in. Lexi Moon with her first basket. And it pulls the Highclimbers within 1. 6:40 to go here in the ball game. Harn with the rock, stops, pops. It hits the front of the rim, goes to Christian for the rebound up. Now there's Harn to the foul line, bounce it down. Goodwin with a jumper, no. Got her own rebound, shuffles it to Reed. Reed back up top to Harn for 3. No. That's an air ball, goes out of bounds. Wow. That would have been huge if she'd hit that. Wow. Kerbaugh will step onto the court for North Thurston. And who is, let's see, Sarah Parker will step on. First time tonight for North Thurston. Katie Johnson inbounds to Jasmine Griffin and get the ball back. Katie will bring the ball up over to Jordan Peterson, to DeShea Littleson, to Lexi Moon, baseline jumper. No. Rebound Griffin out to Johnson. Johnson drives to the foul line, steps back, looking for somebody, finds Peterson. Peterson back to Johnson, working the far side at the elbow. Into the corner to Griffin. Griffin for 3. Yes! Shaz with 10 points. And the Highclimbers are up 2. Harn drives to the hoop, puts it up and in. Brooklyn Harn with some points there, 17. Griffin going coast to coast, had it slapped out of her hands. Ball is free, goes to Moon, but she can't handle it. Brown will pick it up. Here come the Rams with a 3-on-1. Nice move. Goodwin missed the layup, or actually that's Christian with the missed layup and the foul on, I think it's going to go on Katie Johnson. Yeah, that'll be 4 on her. Yep, it's on Katie. 16 fouls on Shelton. Quinlan Christian at the free throw line. She is 4 for 5, has 6 points tonight. 4 for 5 at the free throw line, I should specify. Christian's first free throw goes in. Deshea Littleson will step onto the court. Lexi Moon will sit down. So the high climber lineup is Littleson, Garens, Griffin, Peterson, and Gooley, who also checked in. Second free throw, in and out, rebound. Deshea Littleson finds Griffin. Griffin speeds up the court, lob it over to Peterson. Peterson shovels it to Griffin in the middle. In traffic, had it ripped up, tied up actually. Jump ball, and that'll go over to North Thurston. Rams have a 1-point lead. 40-39, 5:21 to go in the ball game. Brown will get the inbounds, get it back to Harn. Brooklyn bring it up. Met at midcourt by, you guessed it, Jasmine Griffin with a pick at midcourt. She falls down, ball still free. Who's going to get it? Griffin. Griffin lobs it to Peterson off of her hands, and Harn will corral it and slow things down, or try to at least. 1-point lead in North Thurston. Harn guarded, shadowed, over to Brown. Brown going to drive baseline. Finds Harn. Harn, jumper over a double team. That's short. Deshea Littleson with a rebound, and then there's a foul on who? That'll be on Highclimbers. Deshea Littleson must have pushed off before the rebound. I didn't see it. So Courtney Kerbaugh is at the free throw line. It's 1-1. 4:50 to go. And a 1-point lead for North Thurston. Make it 2. Kerbaugh can put the Rams up 3. And she does. Taya Gooley gets the inbounds pass, guarded by Parker for North Thurston. Lob it over to Griffin. Griffin for 3. No. Rebound. Tap to Harn. North Thurston up 3. Brown has it near side. Dribbles center of the court. Finds Parker to Christian. Christian down to the box to Kerbaugh. Finds Christian at the foul line. She'll step back and she'll drive. Loses the handle. Taya Gooley comes away with it. It's stripped from her. And that'll be a travel on Kerbaugh trying to get containment of that ball. I have 16 turnovers on North Thurston. High climber ball, far sideline inbounds. Full timeout has been called. We'll be right back.
Call you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up!
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong.
What a day!
But also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
It's high climber ball coming out of the timeout. 4:16 to go in the ball game. 3-point lead for the Rams. Peterson will inbounds it from the sidelines in back court. Gets it into Taya Gooley. Ware is back in the ball game. Oh boy, that's Harn just stepped into a passing lane there, finds Brown. Brown to the hoop, lays it up. Missed the shot, but drew the foul. Taya Gooley just picked up her first personal. Has 8 team fouls on Shelton. And Rocky Brown at the free throw line for 2 free throws. She'll hit the first one, she'll get another one. Katie Johnson will step back onto the court. She has 4 personal fouls. Taya Gooley will sit down. Brown's second free throw is in. Ram lead is 5. Jordan Peterson finds DeShea Littleson over to Katie Johnson. There's Timber Ware. High post feed to DeShea. Finds Johnson. Johnson bounces it over to Ware. Ware drives baseline. Runner on the baseline short. Got her own rebound, but it's popped out of there by the Rams. DeShea Littleson tracked it down in a foul on Kerbaugh, I believe. That'll be 4 on Courtney. And the 7th team foul. So DeShea Littleson's at the free throw line for 2, the first of a 1-and-1. She has 3 points and she's 0 for 2 at the stripe there. See if she can sink one with the clock off. 3:47 to go. Short rebound. Garen's had it. Ball pokes free. Harn loses the handle of it. Ball is now free. Jordan Peterson ties up Harn on the floor, and it's the Highclimber ball. There should be a reset of the shot clock. There we go. Baseline inbounds for Shelton, trailing by 5. Inbounds to Ware, to Johnson, back to Ware. Ware takes a 3 from way outside, missing the shot. DeShea Littleson will try to track it down. Can't quite get there. It'll go over to North Thurston. 3:33 to go in the ball game. 44 for the Rams, 39 for the Highclimbers. Brooklyn Harn has the ball for North Thurston. Over near side to Brown. To Reed now, trying to drive. Hooks a pass to Kerbaugh, drives on Littleson, knocked her down. No whistle, there's Reed, hook it out to Christian. Christian long 2, no. Rebound goes to Peterson, she'll get it to Johnson and up to Ware. Ware finds a trailer, that's Johnson, over to Ware. Ware takes the open 3. Short. Rebound goes to Christian. Christian puts it on the floor and she's on the run. Throws it up to Brown. Brown to the hole. Missed the shot and a blocking foul on Katie Johnson. That's it for Katie. So Katie Johnson just fouled out with only 2 points. 2:52 to go in the ball game. 5-point lead for North Thurston. Rocky Brown at the free throw line for 2 free throws. She's been better in the 4th quarter. Kylan Powell and Jasmine Griffin will step on. DeShea Littleson and, of course, Katie Johnson will be out of the ball game. Brown's first free throw is nothing but net. She'll get one more. It's now a 6-point lead for North Thurston. Missed the second one. Garen's with the rebound out to Griffin. Griffin, kitty pass the dribble, finds Powell. Powell drives in, finds a lane, puts it up off the baseline, dropped out, rebound. Hits the floor, Griffin comes away with it, pops out of there. Kayla Garen's comes away with it. And there's Jordan Peterson over to Ware, into the corner to Powell. Powell drives baseline, push but no whistle. Lob it out in the long arms of Brown, steals it away up to Reed. Reed to the bucket. Puts it up, missed the shot, and the rebound was slapped to the baseline, jumping in and corralling it without establishing was Reed, I believe. And that'll be a Highclimber ball. Full timeout called. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Life happens fast. New beginnings, new memories, a new chapter. As a Windermere agent, I've learned that it's more than finding a house that works. It's about finding a home that fits. And until the next chapter, I'm grateful to have the Williams family as part of my story.
Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is Mason County's only source for live broadcasts of Shelton basketball in the district tournament. Tomorrow, the Shelton boys continue their playoff run with a consolation game against Lakes at Rogers High School in Puyallup. Tip-off is at noon. That's round 2 of the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Boys Basketball Tournament. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Lakes Lancers tomorrow at noon, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. They have to go the length of the floor. They trail by 6, 45-39, 2:24 to go in the ball game. Jordan Peterson gets the ball back from Jasmine Griffin. Peterson over to Griffin. Griffin back to Peterson. Over to, we'll try to get it over to Griffin, knocked out of bounds by the long arms of Rocky Brown. You got Powell, Gerens, and Ware on the court with Griffin and Peterson. Griffin has the ball in the inbounds between the circles, lobs the baseline. There's Ware into the corner to Peterson. Peterson drives, shuffles it to Gerens, out to Jazz. Jazz cross court to Ware. Timbered one dribble, finds Powell. Powell spins on the baseline. Puts it by fadeaway up and in. Kylan Powell with 12 points. It's a 4-point lead for North Thurston. 1:50 to go in the ball game. Brown brings it across, finds Reed. Reed drives baseline, stolen away by Ware, but it pops into the hands of Christian. She'll go to the hole, puts it up, and it dropped in. Lead back up to 6. Here's Ware to Powell. Powell drives baseline. Steps back, same play, puts it up and in. Keeping the Highclimbers within striking distance, trailing by 4. Minute 20 approaching. Now is minute 20 to go in the ball game. Harn to Brown. Brown bothered by Ware to the foul line. Kicks it to Harn. Harn over to Brown. Brown behind the back dribble to Harn. 9 on the shot clock. Harn's got to do something. She'll step to the hoop, puts it up, miss it, got her own rebound, turn around, jumper, it falls in. How did she do that? Under a minute to go, and it's a 6-point lead for North Thurston. Shelton with the ball. There's Ware to Griffin. Griffin fakes the 3, drives the foul line, kicks it to Peterson. Peterson will take the 3. That's in! First basket of the night for Jordan Peterson. It's a 3-point lead. 43.8 seconds to go. We'll be right back.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
Back here at North Thurston High School. Consolation elimination game for these two teams. The winner will stay alive in the district playoffs. Loser gets the season, well, it's over. It's a 3-point lead for the Highclimbers after Jordan Peterson hit the 3. 43.8 seconds to go in the game. North Mason has the ball. It's like Harn will get it into Reed and get it right back. That's the lady to have the ball at this point in time. Crossing midcourt with Jasmine Griffin right with her. Harn over to Brown. Between the circles to Reed. Reed looking for Harn, gets it to Harn. 10 on the shot clock. Harn's going to go to work to the baseline, and she draws a foul on Kylan Powell, I believe. Yeah, Powell picked up her second personal foul. 19.4 seconds to go in the ball game, and Brooklyn Harn is at the free throw line. She's been perfect tonight. Sorry, she missed 2. That was her second miss. She'll get another one. 19.4 seconds to go in the ball game. Harn can ice it with the second free throw. Misses it. Rebound. Powell bumped out of bounds by Christian.
And that'll be a Highclimber ball. 18.9 seconds to go in the ball game. And a full timeout has been called. We'll be right back.
Web TV, powered by HCC, is Mason County's only source for live broadcasts of Shelton basketball in the district tournament. Tomorrow, the Shelton boys continue their playoff run with a consolation game against Lakes at Rogers High School in Puyallup. Tip-off is at noon. That's round 2 of the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Boys Basketball Tournament. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Lakes Lancers tomorrow at noon, only on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Got an exciting game here. 3-point lead for North Thurston. 18.9 seconds to go in the game. Highclimbers have the ball. The Rams star, Brooklyn Harn, just missed 2 free throws. She could have iced it with by hitting just one of the 2. The Highclimbers do have to go the full length of the court. They come out with Powell, Garenz, Peterson, Ware, and Griffin. Peterson will inbounds it. And here we go. Inbounds to Griffin. Griffin, oh boy, ball deflected, and Harn comes away with it. Harn throws it, oh, that's over and back. Is that over and back? What's the call here? It is over and back. Wow. Highclimbers will call timeout. We'll be right back.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Highclimber ball coming out of the timeout. 6.8 seconds to go. Inbounds to Ware. 3 points down. Ware throws it up to Griffin. Griffin, oh, the time ran out, and that is the ball game in the season for the Highclimbers. Wow. That's just too stunning here. North Thurston pulls off the last second win here with a 49-46 victory. Actually, they held on to win. Boy. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back.
I'll you back. Is this my car?
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments,
This is ridiculous!
there's one of these.
Is this my car? What? This is ridiculous.
This can't be happening!
This can't be happening.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart. Oh, it's happening, sweetheart.
Shut up.
Shut up!
That's why State Farm is there.
What a day.
With car insurance for when things go wrong.
What a day!
But also here with car loans to help life go right. State Farm.
It's hard to improve on this recipe. Take 2 parts hydrogen, add 1 part oxygen. Throw in a little gravity, and you've got the simple ingredients that provide shipping, irrigation, recreation, and the renewable energy backbone of the Pacific Northwest. Way to go, H2O.
Ready for a swift kick of energy? Try Electro Delights Citrus Bars, formulated by mad scientists to give you boosts of superb human energy while replacing what your body loses during exercise, preventing painful muscle cramps, and revitalizing your body and mind. Each Electro Delights bar is all natural, caffeine-free, gluten-free, vegan, and packed with electrolytes. Based on a traditional Turkish delight candy recipe, they're delicious with only 55 calories. For more information and to order Electro Delights, check out electrodelights.com.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Web TV powered by HCC is Mason County's only source for live broadcasts of Shelton basketball in the district tournament. Tomorrow, the Shelton boys continue their playoff run with a consolation game against Lakes at Rogers High School in Puyallup. Tip-off is at noon. That's round 2 of the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Boys Basketball Tournament. The Shelton Highclimbers versus the Lakes Lancers tomorrow at noon, only on Mason Web TV powered by HCC.
Well, we're back here at North Thurston High School. Shelton Lady Highclimbers season just ended with a 3-point loss to the Rams, 49-46. Brooklyn Harn did most of the damage. She had 21 points for the Rams. Rocky Brown finished with 15. Quinlan Christian had 9. 2 free throws for Aurora Goodwin and 2 free throws for Courtney Kerbaugh. For the Highclimbers in a losing effort, Kylan Powell, 14 points. Jasmine Griffin, 10. I'm sorry, no, that's, I did that wrong. Wait a minute, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, that's 14 as well. Okay, so Jazz finished with 14 as well. 7 for Kayla Garens. 3 for Lexi Moon. 3 for Deshea Littleson. A 3 for Jordan Peterson, and a basket for Katie Johnson. Turnovers, again, trouble. Highclimbers and the Rams, the Highclimbers ended up with 18 turnovers by my count. The Rams ended up with 19, and they pulled off this upset victory as they were 6th seed, I believe. Yes. Yeah, and they came into this game with a 10-11 record. Shelton finishes the season with a 14-8 record. Just can't quite get over the hump in district playoffs, and that's something that we'll try to address in the years to come. But we do have the Shelton boys still playing. They play Lakes tomorrow at noon. We'll be on hand for that. Now the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Girls Basketball Tournament. Well, it does continue for North Thurston. They will play either Timberline or Prairie on Monday. But we will be following the Shelton boys as tomorrow the boys, as I mentioned, to take on the Lakes at the Rogers High School in Puyallup. Tip-off on Mason Web TV powered by HCC is at noon. The Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show will start at 11:45 tomorrow morning. So that will do it for tonight's broadcast. The final again, North Thurston 49. Shelton 46, with the Rams advancing in the 2018 Class 3A West Central Southwest District Girls Basketball Tournament. Thanks for joining us, and we will talk to you tomorrow from Puyallup. This broadcast on Mason Web TV powered by HCC has been brought to you by Windermere Shelton Real Estate, Mason County PUD 3, Electro Delights, State Farm Agent Melanie Bacala, Maple Glen Senior Living, and Hood Canal Communications.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.